My name is Chad Petersen. What do I do here? I'm an engineering manager, and where I'm from, Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah, outside of work, I'm a skater, I'm a surfer, I'm a dad. So those are the things I typically do. Apart from that, I'm involved in a few sort of volunteer things where I give up my time and teach women to code. There's religious parts of me as well, where I have like children's classes, where I just help teach kids how to be an awesome human being in our society, pretty much. And then learning, so a lot of time learning and learning and learning, An engineering manager, it depends on organization to organization, but mostly it's a person or a group of people who take care of engineers and manage the engineering resource. So if you have a few projects that you want to achieve, you need to know how many engineers do you need to make those projects happen. You need to know that those engineers are happy, that they're working on things that brings them satisfaction. And you need to, not just engineers, it could be product owners, designers. You need to make sure that all of those resources are accounted for and that what they have been set out to do, they're doing that well, and inspire them, to continue doing the best work that they possibly can. It starts off in the morning with some stand-ups that I attend. So I attend a few team stand-ups, check into what they are doing, how they're performing, and see if I can unblock them in any way. It goes to then just a few rounds of meetings with some of our engineers, trying to keep track of themselves and their performances, their aspirations and their goals and what they want to do and how they want to improve on themselves, and provide advice where I can and listen mostly to what they have to say and how we can improve things. And then it's a lot of time coding, thinking through complex problems and helping the team solve some complex problems, working on a few teams projects and helping them. So I started off as I studied computer science and information systems and business computing and stuff. And then before joining Instruqt, I was a software engineer. And through that, you level up as an engineer through different sort of levels. You become senior engineer and eventually became a staff software engineer, which is someone that tackles complicated problems across multiple teams in your business. And through that as well, you do sort of, you have some engineers that you would inspire and have meetings with and motivate and give advice to. And so you get in touch with the sort of human element behind software engineering. And generally the path thereafter is like, do you want to either continue being an individual contributor, like a software engineer, or do you want to do some management? Do you want to take on more, you want to help out more engineers become better engineers. And then came to Instruqt as an engineer. I've been doing that for a little while now, and the opportunity then arose to explore the engineering management role as well at Instruqt. So that's sort of my pathway, I suppose, to where I'm at right now. So at the moment it's twice a week, and that's on a Tuesday and a Thursday. We come to the office, and I think the whole point of coming to the office is mostly around socializing, right? And this is just to touch base with your fellow colleagues, to make friends with them and engage with them outside of just your usual working setting. And that's good because you know that this person is a human being that has feelings and emotions, and we might share similar likes and dislikes and things like that. So it's quite great to just touch base. So my focus when I do come to the office is just to be engaging, to engage with my fellow work colleagues, and also get opportunities to brainstorm with them, pick their brains, learn from them. And I think it creates a much more organic, fun environment for me than doing this remotely. I think that's a very, very good question, but I think there's different kinds of engineers, right? You have the quiet one that wants to sit on its own, the deep, pensive thinking one that just thinks and shares very cool insights whenever they do speak. And then there's the social ones that, are the life of the party. So there's these different sort of characters. And it creates a very fluid, very fun dynamic because every engineer is different. Yeah, so being in their personal space, when you see them, it's like you get to see a different human being that has different values, and you can actually see that out in life and in full, which is much better than just seeing someone's face on screen. So yeah, that dynamic makes it fun because everybody's different, and you get to get in touch with them and get to see who they are as a person and live in their shoes for that day that you're with them. So I think the best way to learn technology is by doing. Getting your hands on as much resources as you possibly can, and taking some time out of your busy days to really dive deep and really deepen yourself into something. And learning by breaking things and failing and hitting your head and asking questions as like, why does this thing not work? And asking for help as well when you don't know. Sometimes you can get negative quite quickly if you are bumping your head and not reaching out to someone that you might know and asking for help. So yeah, it will be just learning by doing whatever you want to learning whatever you want to learn through the actual downloading that software. If you want to learn Java or Go, installing it on your machine and writing a little program, and even if it's something silly as a cat program or whatever, just do it. Because at the end of the day, you've learned a new skill, and you might be able to use that skill somewhere else in your personal life. So yeah, just taking the time to take a second and sit down and bump your head on something and do is the best way to learn, I think. I think building a great product starts with a simple idea. I think most people overcomplicate things. There's definitely sort of some impulse or some pulse that you have, and you think that there's this little thing that you want to gap in the market, or some cool thing that you think would be cool to exist in this world, and then keep it simple and focus on it, iterate over it, try it out, put it in front of people, let them give you some feedback, and try and filter through that feedback, and try again until eventually you have something that either you would want to use, at least there's one customer or one person that's interested in it, or others might also find useful and want to use as well. But I think it starts off with just having a simple idea and not overcomplicating it and over-bloating it, and getting it done. Because sometimes a lot of ideas stay as ideas, and people just brainstorm the hell out of it and never get to doing it at all. So I think the secret to it is if you have this idea, keep it simple, get it done, put it in front of people, and get some more feedback and iterate on it. And that's how you build a product.